So when we got back to Edo State, we went to the hospital and they said we have to take an X-ray. Yes. So after the X-ray and everything, it was discovered that the hand was broken in different places. Yes, that the hand was broken in different places, and the only option left was to remove it through surgery. So when we got home, some of my uncles were like, no, they can actually treat this thing, like all these herbalists that do treat bones, that they can actually fix the hand and it will be okay. So, and because my grandma was a businesswoman, she had to go back to Cotonou to get her stuff that she wants to buy. So we went back to Ibadan, and that herbalist that was like treating the hand before had to continue treating it, but it wasn't getting better. There was no improvements. There was nothing. It was all pain. So when my grandmother got those goods, we went back to where my mom is, and it was then told my mom that I broke my arm. So my mom was angry, like, why didn't it, like, why was she not aware? Why? It took so long that, look at her hand now. She was so angry, and, you know, my grandma had to cool her down that, don't worry, this thing is going to, pass out, like, it's going to be okay. So we had to go back to the previous hospital we went to the first time and we gave them the x-ray and everything. And the doctor said, okay, so they had to do the surgery. So I was booked for the surgery, and on that particular day, I wasn't given an anesthetic injection. So one of my auntie that stays at Ibadan at that time, though she's late now, may her soul rest in peace, had to stay with me inside the theater because my grandma was scared. She was crying and she was just outside. So when they were carrying out the surgery, they had to remove the bones. I was screaming because of the pain. How can they do such thing, like give a 7 years old child, like do a surgery without an injection, like an anesthetic injection? There's no injection to kill or to lessen the pain. So while I was in that state, I was in a trance. In that trance, I saw a cockroach, a black one, that ran out of the hand, like the left hand. I saw a cockroach, a live one, running out from it, and I ran after the cockroach to kill it. We opened the door, we went outside. Myself, the doctor, the nurse. When we got outside, the nurse that ran after me was like, as in, this is a trance. Trance is just like eviction, but it's like it's happening real. It's like your body is outside, your spirit is outside, but your body is lying on the bed. So when we got outside, I was like, look at the cockroach, kill it, kill it, kill it. But we couldn't kill it because it ran inside a flower that was outside the hospital. So we came back into the theater to continue the operation. But while there, after everything, though the operation was successful, we left the theater and went back to the main room, like the main hall, like the ward, the hospital ward, my bed. We went there and I spent some days there. So when my, is it days? I think I spent almost a month to recover. Then when my grandma came back, I was telling my grandma, this is what happened. Oh. My grandma was like, real? Because I thought it happened. I thought it was real. But I never knew it was a trance. So when I was telling my grandma, auntie was like, which cockroach? Nothing of such happened though. You know? And my auntie was like, maybe it's a trance because it never happened in real life. I was like, no, it happened. I saw a live cockroach running out from the hand. I wanted to kill it. He ran into the flower. We came out and they were all laughing like, when? So that phase passed, we were discharged, we went back to the house. So when we got to the house, my hand, like in the night when I sleep, you see a rat will come and eat, as in the hand. This thing continued for so long, like every morning when we woke up, you see that rat or something has eaten part of the hand. It was so terrible, like every morning. But in the night while sleeping, I will not feel anything of such, like maybe something is eating it or so. So it got to an extent, an elderly woman called my grandma and told her, look, you guys have to leave this place. Because if this thing continues, I don't think this hand will heal. I don't think this child will heal, this her hand will heal. They just want to like make sure that that hand becomes useless. Like she can't use that particular hand. So you guys have to look for another place. You know, by this time, I think I was going to like let's say 8 years or so. So we had to look for another apartment. But mind you, I don't think my dad was aware of this whole scenario or situation at this particular time. So we had to leave that. We left that place. So we went to get another apartment. While there, like you see that nothing of such happened again. Like there was no rat coming to eat the hand or so. But just because of what happened the previous time, most of my clothes were cut. Like they had to remove the hand because you see the place where the rat ate that place, and the hand became worse. Yes, we left that place, but the hand became worse. It was going to almost 2 years now at this stage, and there was no healing. There was no recovery, nothing. It was getting worse. But in all of this, while we left that place and we continued, my grandma continued to like sort for solution to make sure that the hand healed properly. And you see me always playing. I will carry with that hand, I will still play, run around and all that. Any little thing, when I hit the hand, it will start bleeding. It will start bleeding, serious bleeding. And everybody will be shouting, just stay one place so that this hand will heal. You always running, you always playing, stay one place so that this hand can heal properly. You will not heal. But I will always tell them, don't worry, the hand will heal. This hand will heal. This hand will heal. That was my faith. That was my belief. Because I believe that the hand will actually heal. So, but just because of the hand was not healing, there was no, you know, no recovery and all that. It was getting worse. We had to go back to Edo State for the second time. And this time around, we had to go to, my grandma was directed to a particular herbalist in Edo State. Now, that man specializes in treating burns. No matter how it is, he specializes in doing it. So the very first day we were going to that place, as we were on our way to that village to consult the bone herbalist, my grandma fell and fainted. She fainted. She felt like she fell and fainted. So I had to start screaming, and people that were around that area came and they revived her. They poured her water and all that, and she came back. She was like, "What happened? What happened?" And I told her, this is what happened. You fainted." And she was like, but I ate this morning. Now I'm okay. When we got to the herbalist place, we met a lot of persons that had bone issue, broken hand, broken legs, different ones. They were all there. Some has, they were improvement with some, like that. There were some that were discharged, but they had to be coming back to take medication. So when we got there, the bone specialist looked at my hand and was like, this is not ordinary. You know, those people now, I think most of them, they are trado medical practitioners, but some of them had what we call, I don't know, they consult their oracle. And the man said they wanted to, like, spoil this hand, like they want to make this hand useless, that you cannot even raise it, they want to cripple the hand. And he said that I shouldn't worry, that they, that he was going to do it. So the man started, the process started, we have to pay, and the process started and all that. They were just taking care of the hand, we go home and come back like that. But while doing it, there's a particular, the first place that they did surgery to remove the first bone. Then there's another pus that formed beneath that place. So when you touch it with your hand like this, it pierces someone like a pin, like a very sharp needle. So another bone was just, coming out from my skin, like my on from that skin. Another bone was coming out on its own, piercing my skin. It wants to come out. A very big pus formed around that area, and the man was like, this bone wants to. I think I've done a lot of, I've taken so much time. I wanted to just, say a little bit, and I think we should continue, next time. Maybe we should talk about it next time. Let's, say them step by step and all that. Okay?